Let's be honest. For a long time, the phrase cloud computing made it sound like our photos and spreadsheets were floating around in the sky. It's easy to picture an office where someone is genuinely worried that if it rains, the company's data might get soggy. The reality is much more grounded. The cloud isn't in the sky at all. As the old tech industry joke goes, the cloud is simply someone else's computer. It is a massive physical warehouse full of servers, and you are just borrowing a slice of it. Look at this photograph of a computer from the 1950s. Back then, to run basic digital operations, a company had to buy the physical machine itself. As you can see, these things were the size of entire rooms. Buying the heavy hardware was only the first step. A business then had to pay to house it, hire a small army of technicians to keep it running, and spend a fortune on electricity and air conditioning just to keep the metal from overheating. Cloud computing solved this by turning digital hardware into a rental service. Instead of buying your own servers, you pay a company like Amazon, Google, or Microsoft to maintain those massive data centers. You just rent the processing power you need over the internet. By shifting from buying heavy iron to renting flexible capacity, the barrier to entry vanished. Today, a tiny startup operating out of a garage can instantly tap into the exact same supercomputing power used by the world's largest banks. Moving your business to the cloud is identical to renting physical real estate. You choose how much property the landlord manages. The most basic level is infrastructure as a service. Think of this as renting an entirely empty house. In the digital world, the cloud provider gives you the physical servers and the network connections. They make sure the power is on and the floors are swept, but you have to bring your own furniture. You install the operating systems and all the software programs yourself. Because you manage everything inside the walls, this setup gives you total control over how your digital house is organized. But it also means you are responsible for all the day-to-day upkeep and maintenance inside. If you don't want to build everything from scratch, you move up to the next tier, Platform as a Service, or PaaS. This level is designed specifically for software developers. To stick with our real estate metaphor, PaaS is like renting a fully furnished commercial kitchen. You don't have to worry about installing the plumbing or buying a commercial stove. The landlord takes care of the heavy appliances. Translated to tech, the cloud provider sets up the operating systems, the databases, and the back-end servers. The developers just walk in, drop their raw code onto the counter, and start cooking. By removing the headache of managing the underlying servers, developers can focus entirely on creating their software. This drastically reduces the amount of time it takes a modern company to build and launch a new application. Finally, we reach the layer you probably interact with every single day, Software as a Service, or SaaS. This tier is built specifically for the everyday end user. SaaS is the equivalent of checking into a fully serviced luxury hotel. Absolutely everything is provided for you. You just swipe a keycard, sit down at the desk, and start working immediately. You don't manage the servers, the databases, or the application code. Think of tools like web-based email, online word processors, or apps like Slack and Salesforce. The provider handles all the technical updates and security in the background. You trade the deep technical customization of the empty house for instant, out-of-the-box readiness. Anyone with a web browser and an internet connection can tap into highly sophisticated software the second they log in. So why does this rental model matter so much? Consider what happens on a Friday night when millions log on to a massive streaming platform at the exact same moment to watch a new movie premiere. In the old days of owning hardware, those servers would overload and crash. But in the cloud, companies can instantly stretch their digital capacity. They automatically rent more server power for those few hours of peak demand, effortlessly absorbing the massive digital traffic spike. In the industry, this vital capability is called scalability. And just as importantly, when everyone goes to sleep and traffic drops, the system shrinks back down, meaning the company stops paying for power it no longer needs. Yet for all this flexibility, there is a crucial warning label attached to this technology. Take a look at this sports car. Buying a Ferrari does not make you a professional race car driver. In the exact same way, simply buying a subscription to the cloud does not make your company a successful digital business. The technology itself is just the engine. It provides the horsepower. But the human strategy, knowing exactly what problems you are trying to solve, must serve as the map. The cloud gives you an infinitely flexible foundation to build on, but its true value is entirely dependent on